on me.
She have failed you.
I know. Well, it's okay.
Wait, let me see your nails.
My nails? Thank you. They're very basic.
Oh,
Looks cute.
I
I
still
wish I
like
could
those.
color.
I'm currently at work right now.
What job? I'm not sure if I know what you do.
I work at like a sewing place.
Sweet.
And I'm cutting and stuff.
Make me something cool. I will pay you monies.
No, I'm not at that stage yet.
Hi, Mr. Paulo.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Oh, showing off the tats. There we go. This is my music mentor. He teaches me lots of cool things.
I went for a quick run before your thing, so
Looking pretty swole. All right.
I just got back barely in time.
Well, I think I'm going to stop the lollygagging, as the kids would say, and I am going to start my presentation. So the actual show itself is going to start in 15 minutes. First, I kind of just wanted to have a general introduction for what my project is, what I put into it, all of that stuff. So let me just share my screen, and I'll share my whole screen. Yeah. So this might be a little messy. Apologies if it is. But this is my very basic capstone. I mean, my very basic PowerPoint presentation. And my project is called Mellifluous Live. That is a very underappreciated word in the English language that means to smoothly flow related to sound. I chose it for a few different reasons. The biggest one is because when I started in freshman year, I knew I wanted to do something music-based for my big event. And it was a concert. That's what I had in mind. I thought I was going to be on stage with a crowd of adoring fans. And that was definitely my expectation, to reach people emotionally. And to move from that to an online show that's just streamed onto YouTube, it certainly feels different emotionally. And I guess accepting that and realizing that there are benefits and like doubts and negative things to everything, and kind of just going with that is kind of the theme of the show at this point. Really recognizing that. I think the biggest thing for me is that now that it's fully online, I can kind of fully go with the idea that I want this to be for everyone. I'm going to talk a little bit about that more in a second, but the idea of my capstone is generally about mental health improvement through music. Music is shown to improve mental health in a lot of ways, especially recovery from trauma, memory improvement, and I think just general mood. There are 5, these are, a few of them are actual studies, and a few of them are overview articles of studies. And it's been pretty widely shown. And especially in a time like a pandemic right now, it's been very difficult, and a lot of people need something to keep them going. So I want to give a show that is accessible to anyone in the world. I think free music and free media and entertainment is really important, because a lot of that can be very, very locked off for people. And although there are a lot of things that are necessary to survive, sometimes it's really good to have things that just make you feel good. So that's where it comes to my show. I've been working on this for a really long time, and it is a DJ set. It is completely original audio, and it is completely original video. I basically made every aspect of this over the, I'd say about a year and a half, 2 years maybe. It's been a long time coming, but I've been having a really great time with it. It's an hour long, and yeah, it's going to be starting in a few minutes. So first off, I think I'm just going to show you a few little bits of it and kind of talk about, I guess, just like my reasons and why I created everything the way it is. So can everyone see right now this big smiley face in the screen? I'm not sure if I can talk to you or not, but I would hope so. All right, thumbs up.
Yes.
So this is just kind of a view of the show. This is me pausing it. And it is pre-recorded. So for those who don't know what that means that a few days ago, I went back, recorded myself playing all of this live, and now it is going to be premiered live on YouTube. The reason I did that, it's really just because it's the most viable way. With the way that Zoom works, it tends to really compress the visuals. If I played the set live through Zoom, there'd be a really high risk that my internet would clock out. Something like that would happen. And I want this to be something that anyone can go online and see the way it was intended to be seen. So I spent a while practicing it. I performed it, and here it is. So yeah, just like to zoom in here a little bit. This is some of the stuff I've made. And one of the first things you might notice is this big background. And make sure that the sound is off. There's all these black and white little textures flying around. And I guess this is a very small point of it. Your eyes might immediately go to me dancing like crazy in the bottom left corner, or the smiley faces there. But I do like to just break down every piece. So I'm here in FL Studio. This is very complex. I've been learning how to use this program for, I think, 3.5, coming to 4 years now. And it's mostly for music. But one of the things that is not very well known about it is you can make visuals and you can make reactive visuals. So when you play sound, it'll move to them. And that is one thing I did. It was really important for me to not just say, well, you know, I want to make an hour full of music, but for the visuals, I can kind of just slap whatever I want on. I can like screen record something and have someone else look at that. I want it to be my own. So here's one of the ways I did that. There's a visual maker on here called Z Game Editor Visualizer. And already I know you're probably scared off because there's all these things, but really it's not too confusing. So to make that visual, the first thing I did was to come in here, huge menu. And these are all just different types of visuals. Eventually I chose the physics, no, terrain. And I think it was one of these, maybe this one, yeah. So here you have this really beautiful computer generated video going over these kind of blocky mountains. And that's super cool. I did not make that. That was made by a company. And I don't know how to 3D model, but what I do know how to do is take things that are free to use and twist and turn and edit and change them until it's something that fits right into my vision. So kind of immediately when I came in here, I said, one of my favorite things on the internet is ASCII art. It's when you replace like the actual visuals of something with like letters and symbols on a keyboard. And that sounds very weird, but I'm gonna do it in 3, 2, 1, boom. So as you can see, it has been turned from a bunch of hills to a bunch of little dots. If you zoom in, you'll see what it really is. So there's like the letter G right there. There's a hashtag, some colons, and it just has this really, really cool effect of like, I guess the mystery of it is really what entrances me. I like things to feel like you don't fully know what they are, but you're getting a very visceral response from this. Like this, when I see it right now, if I didn't see that beforehand, I would not know that was a mountain. I probably wouldn't know what it was at all, but I know it's something big, something dramatic, something cool. Probably want to dance to it. So there's all these things you can mess with. And that's really what I did in my show itself. I'm pretty sure, I'm actually not 100% positive, I used a video of a corridor, like going through a corridor. You can see these big things of light going. And another thing that you might be thinking is, what is all that text saying? I'm gonna find a part where it's all over the place. Like here, the entire screen is covered in text. And it's kind of gibberish. It might look like a different language, but there is a very specific reason for this. This text is called lorem ipsum, something like that. It was a Latin manuscript that was found, I think, 2,000 years ago. It was either written or found 2,000 years ago. And pretty much because it was widely used for a while, it's become like a placeholder text. Like maybe if you're have a TV show and there's a book on screen, but you don't know what you're going to write in it yet, you'll put this on it so people can see that there's text, but you don't have to write anything. And it's just a really beautiful concept to me. The idea that because the text itself, it doesn't mean anything in Latin either. It's come to the point where the Latin language before it died actually moved past a lot of this. And in the way we understand Latin today, we can't really translate it. We can get bits and pieces, but we don't know what it means, really. I'm pretty sure it was a translation of the Bible, but just that idea that there can be these giant, because the full text is, I think, at least like 1,000 words long, these giant pieces that are written to mean something that we just really don't get is beautiful. It's the notion of thing. It's really the same thing as the art earlier that I was talking about. The notion that something that you don't know what it means but can evoke a very strong reaction. It's fascinating to me. And that's kind of the centerpiece of the entire show. A lot of it was really based around these feelings and just around, I want everyone in the world to feel like even if you don't understand what's happening, you can try to parse out the beauty in things that might not be immediately recognized. There's another piece later that's here, I found it. Actually, that was very quick. I gotta try to find when it's used for a little bit longer. So it's a bunch of different texts, and they're all in different languages. I'm not 100% sure if all of these are translated correctly, because I put in the phrase Chrome Angel, which is a character I created, who's kind of just like a protecting kind of mother figure. She's in the background there, a little bit distorted. Got to get the mystery. But I put it through a few AIs to translate it into different languages. And it's all just about the motif that I want this to be available for anyone. And I think just the idea that someone could be watching this, maybe they just clicked the link, they found their way here, maybe they're from like Russia or whatever, and they don't know a single thing about me, but they're watching this video that's totally foreign to them. Then all of a sudden, the phrase Chrome Angel comes in a line of just things they don't understand. Just that tiny bit of connection maybe is all that we can have, but that human moment, along with the music that is wordless, music kind of breaks all cultural boundaries. That's what I wanted to come through with the show. So there's only 3 minutes until it premieres. I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I think that's about all I have to show. And I think I'm just going to continue talking. So in the comments below, there is a YouTube link, and I'm going to post it again. What's going to happen is in 3 minutes, the show is going to start playing there. I'm going to stay in here, but I am not going to be talking. I'm going to be quiet and let you guys talk in there. I'm going to be active in the YouTube chat, answering any questions that you may have. And then after the show, I will ask that if you have the time or the interest, you can come back here and ask me questions, give me feedback, tell me what we thought of the music, because I had a really great time making this. It's just generally really exciting. So that's about all I have to say. If anyone has any questions beforehand, comments, feedback, whatever, I am happy to hear it. I will have my eyes on the
So
chat.
Asha, clarify for me, we are going into that link in the chat. Is that where we're going now?
Yes, ma'am. You don't have to stay into this Zoom call if you don't want to while the show is playing. Everything is going to be happening there. That's where the show is going to be playing. Yeah. I'm very excited. If you can't tell.
But you will push play for us, right? Correct?
It's going to play automatically.
Okay.
The way it kind of works is I recorded it before, but YouTube is set to play it at the same time live for everybody. Yeah, I like your headphones. I'm not.
I think you have a pair just like them, don't you?
Yes, I do, that you've given me. Oh, we're 60 seconds away. How exciting.
Okay.
Premiere will begin shortly. Whew. Bro Bruh is saying, this is so baller. I'm so ready. OMG, OMG, OMG. I agree. This is quite exciting. I do hope everyone enjoys this. I feel like I'm kind of just talking in circles right now, which is something I could have planned for possibly, but I did want to have the authentic just discussion in sharing it because it can be really difficult to kind of convey that. It is another centerpiece of the project. And Premiere is still gonna begin shortly. Paulo Almeida said, I appreciate it with the authentic discussion. Thank you. I appreciate that as well. I guess since the theme of this project is really about human connection through something as like genuine as music, I felt it wouldn't exactly connect fully. Oh, so for those who don't know, it is now having a little tune. It's playing like a countdown. In a minute and 45 seconds to get start. But until then, YouTube is doing its silly little countdown thingy. Yeah, I felt it wouldn't be as genuine to pull up a PowerPoint and just kind of go through, this is why I did this, this is why I did this, all suit and tie. I mean, I am wearing a suit, not a tie, but I wanted to explain it in my own words, no matter how imperfect that may be at times. It won't let you watch the video. The video isn't started playing yet, if that helps. Yeah. People are clicking the like button. Thank you. All right, we have about a minute left. Since it is like 5 o'clock, I would encourage people to at least get dinner, think about what they're doing for dinner. I don't want anyone to starve or go a little bit hungry. I think I'm gonna have dinner after this, actually. And yeah, I might have said this before, but after the show happens, we're gonna come back in here. You can give me your feedback about the show, about my presentation, about the way everything was handled, all that. But 25 seconds, so I'm going to stop recording and shush, and I'll see you back here at 6:15. Bye-bye.